And to wrap up today's talk, we're talking about the Clippers. So, as you guys know, the Clippers have agreed to an extension of 3 years, $152.4 million with Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George is discussing an extension with them. And what we're specifically hearing from Yamisku of ESPN, Kawhi Leonard reportedly took less than his max possible in his extension. That was done in hopes that it paved the way for LA Clippers to keep both Paul George and James Harden. With the conversation that I have with them about it, I think the most important part is everybody's coming back. So with Kawhi Leonard signing his extension, it seems that he believes he'll give them the best chance to sign James Harden and Paul George this upcoming offseason, or before the free agency period. Leonard was telling media after the Clippers beat Toronto on Wednesday. Paul George said that he and the Clippers are working through a possible extension. Ultimately, he says he believes he'll get done, with Leonard's extension setting the table. And James Harden is not extension eligible after his trade from Philadelphia. He'll hit unrestricted free agency, but all signs point for Harden re-signing. Obviously, not as much money as he'd hope. But that's basically it, guys. If you guys have made it this far into the video, it is greatly appreciated. Your thoughts. What do you guys think James Harden's going to get? I think James Harden's going to get like 3 years, $45 million. Maybe 3 years, 60, if he's lucky. But yeah, guys, that was it today. First time I said the word all video, but if you guys did enjoy that, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Anything that I might have missed, anything I might have faltered. If you guys didn't realize, I started talking about the Raptors instead of the Pacers during that whole Pacers talk. So hopefully I'll remember to edit that out. I probably will, but hey, that's it. Cheers. Cheers to the governor. But if you guys played that game before, it's a great game. Great drinking game. Bye-bye. So PJ Tucker's pissed off with his role, and rightfully so. Okay, so there's reports that from Shams Charania that forward PJ Tucker has expressed frustration about his current situation with the team, and both sides are discussing a way to resolve a role for him here or trade him. The 13-year, or maybe even release him. The 13-year veteran has been a key big-minute contributor to teams the last 12 years, and he started 3 games of playing 22 minutes for the Sixers prior to the James Harden trade, and he's an NBA champion, but he's gone, did not play coach's decisions the last 5 games and has not played since November 27th. Literally, Kobe Brown is in the rotation over PJ Tucker, and Tucker has been professional by helping Brown, who's taken his minutes, Kobe Brown, and younger teammates while navigating his new reality with the Clippers. Multiple contending teams are monitoring Tucker's situation. For the season, Tucker, 38, has averaged 1.3 points, 2.9 rebounds. He's earning $11 million and has an option for $11.5 million next year. Now, again, who would go for him? The Miami Heat, the Lakers, the Knicks, the Mavericks, the Bucks. Who else is trying to contend this season? The Celtics. All those teams would go after him. My thought is they're probably gonna have to buy him out, because a lot of teams are gonna be like, hey, we're not gonna trade you anything. You know what we do? We'll just wait till you buy him out, and then we'll sign him to a year deal, and then he'll double dip in free agency. Because this is the last time he'll be able to do the double dipping, because you're only able to double dip once in your career, and that's what it seems like they're gonna do. So I'm very confident that that's what they're wanting to do. That's probably what they're going to do, because it just makes sense for them to double dip. But yeah, I want to hear your guys' opinions on that one, if you guys agree with that, or if you guys just think I'm talking out my butt. But PJ Tucker being frustrated with his role makes the most sense, but him being traded doesn't, because someone trying to find $11 million for PJ Tucker would be a little hard. So I think it's easier if they just buy him out, and some people are just going to force their hand because they don't really have leverage in there. And it sucks. It sucks because, I mean, maybe they can convince him and tell him, hey, we want you for the playoffs. But I think it's just they're trying to go with more athleticism and youth in the rotation, and he just doesn't fit what they've done. So that's my 2 cents on the matter. I want to hear your guys' opinions down below, but yeah, that's basically going to be the video for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good jazz. I hope you guys do have a great day, because I know I will. Till next time, guys, peace out. Bye. Yo, what's going on, guys? We're hearing that the Los Angeles Clippers would be willing to trade our man Bones Highland, and theoretically Norman Powell, one of the league's top bench players. So following the addition of James Harden and Daniel Tice, along with a reluctance to move Terrence Mann, the Clippers can theoretically trade guard Norman Powell, one of the league's top bench players, and young guard Bones Highland, who's currently out of the rotation, if they want to make an upgrade at another position or get a worthwhile draft pick in exchange for Highland. Another league executive told Hoops Hype that they're keeping an eye on Amir Coffey if the Clippers want to save money on the luxury tax. And it makes sense. So far, you would say, when you look at Norman Powell over the last couple of weeks, hasn't been, Norman Powell started off the season actually pretty well for the team, but for the season, he's averaging 23.8 minutes, a little bit down compared to last year. But again, on the whole, he's been an impactful player. He's been a 20-point scorer for the last few seasons. And since James gone there, he's been playing about like 24, 23 minutes, and he's been solid. Like, he's been really solid. I don't think they would trade Norman Powell personally, but if a really good deal came across, they might. I think Bones is the more realistic. And like, what are you getting with Bones? Let's talk about Bones and Amir Coffey at this point. So with Bones Highland, you're getting a guy who, off ball, his effort is there when he wants to be, but other times it's not. So Bones Highland's basically a guy who's going to come in, be a microwave. He's an undersized scoring two guard who, yes, he can sometimes, he's not the greatest defender. And on the season before he got taken out the rotation, he was averaging 18 minutes a night, 9 points, 43% from the field, 36% from three, 1.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. And the year before, he was averaging 11 points for the Clippers on 40% from the field, 35% from three, 3.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists with a steal a night. And the year before that, he was averaging 10 points in his rookie season for the Nuggets. So we know who he is. We're not going to sit here and be like, it's, he's still got, like, if anything, he's like a 15-point per game guy. So Amir Coffey right here, he hasn't really played in the rotation since 21 to 22. And in that season, he played 69 games at 23 minutes a night, 9 points, 45% from the field, 38% from three, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. This season, he's appeared in 9 games, 6.5 minutes a night. And he's 6'7", man. The man's who went to the University of Minnesota, the Minnesotan. All right, we're both from Minnesota. He's from Hopkins, though. So this guy's got good size at 6'7", 6'8". Some places will, list him. He's a left-handed basketball player. He does a great job at finishing above the rim. Freak athlete, if you guys didn't know that. He's really good at shooting outside with set feet. He's a spot-up shooter more than a catch-and-shoot guy. He's got solid burst as a ball handler, and he's good in transition. But it's about the consistency, and more so, he's a wing, like kind of a tweener. But he's a guy who can dish the ball and like make some playmaking if needed. So I want to hear your thoughts there. Who would you guys trade and why, and what do you guys want? I think like Bones at this point, you're probably getting second round pick. Same thing with Amir.